Well, hello everyone, and I've been asked to provide some information in regards to Redlands City's City Plan 2015 and what that means to Redlands, and if I could perhaps broadly put it into context. The first thing I'd like to just advise people of is that local governments don't control population growth, but we are forced to manage population growth. Obviously, from a federal perspective, migration, policies, etc. have an impact on where people live in the world these days. And also, of course, from a state government perspective, the state government has the South East Queensland Regional Plan, and with that regional plan they project population figures into the future, and Redlands population projection as quoted by the state government in the next 20 years we'll be looking at about another 50,000 people, bringing us close to 200,000. Putting that into context, our growth is relatively small compared to our neighbours, with Ipswich and Logan looking at around 300,000 people becoming part of their communities. So our job is to work towards a city plan that somehow, at least potentially, caters for that growth. I guess if we don't cater for it, they may come anyway, and then you might have a situation where your city plan and your city community doesn't have the controls in place and the infrastructure required to make sure we can continue the wonderful lifestyle that we have and offer those opportunities to future residents and our younger people. The city plan is in draft form, and as is required by state legislation, the council is guided by the framework set by a Sustainable Planning Act and the planning legislation by the state government. It's currently in draft form and is sitting with the state government for their sign-off, to which when it was returned it will be brought out to broad community consultation to get your feedback. And of course we're really looking forward to that feedback and working how we can best plan for potential growth in this city, albeit that it's not a great deal of growth compared to our neighbours in South East Queensland. Of course, the Southern Moreton Bay Islands have had a lot of growth projected for them for a long time, and Council's doing its very best to provide the infrastructure, which was basically an inheritance of a lack of infrastructure back in the 70s, to make sure that any growth can be as best accommodated as possible. So we look forward to your input over the coming months as that plan is adopted by the state and put out to community consultation.